Every spring, as the chill breaks, the lanes and alleys of this village empty out. Swarms of people emerge, all converging on a single dusty road heading toward the annual fair. It's a massive, chaotic migration. Some travel on foot, while others ride horses or pile into traditional wooden bullock carts to make the journey. Among this crowd is a young boy, tightly gripping his parents' hands. They walk through a vast, bright yellow mustard field that stretches out like melting gold under the bright sun. To him, this is an entry into a world of endless sensory abundance and total freedom. Every single thing around him is fascinating. When he finally reaches the fairground, he hits a wall of pure sensory overload. If you look at this sensory funnel diagram, you can see how the volume of colors, music, and crowds pours into his undivided attention. These inputs quickly take specific shapes: toys, dragonflies, rainbow balloons, flower garlands, and his favorite sweet, Burfie. But his requests meet a solid wall. His parents refuse each item with cold adult logic. They tell him he's too old to play with balloons, and that the flower garlands are simply too cheap to waste money on. After enough rejections, a conditioned response sets in. He stops asking out loud, fully anticipating their firm no before the words even leave his mouth. In his mind right now, his parents are strictly authoritarian barriers standing between him and the objects he believes will make him happy. Then he finds the main attraction, a rapidly spinning wooden roundabout. Men, women, and children are laughing and shouting as they whirl through the air. This is the one thing he cannot walk away from. He gathers every ounce of his courage, breaks his silence, and clearly demands to go on the ride. He waits for the inevitable rejection, but he gets silence. He turns around to look at them and realizes they are gone. In a fraction of a second, his reality shatters. The landscape of toys and sweets vanishes, replaced immediately by freezing, absolute isolation. The physical environment around him instantly inverts. The exciting, vibrant festival crowd becomes an oppressive, terrifying mob of giant, unfamiliar adults blocking his path. Panic takes over completely. He sprints aimlessly in every direction, tears streaming down his face, screaming out for his mother and his father. He runs toward a shrine where the crowd is thickest. People are violently shoving past each other, and he is nearly trampled under the heavy feet of the mob. Over the roar of the crowd, a man hears his desperate cries. He fights through the dense crush of people, bends down, and physically lifts the sobbing boy out of danger. The stranger is kind, but he immediately reaches for a standard adult tactic. He tries to soothe the boy's panic by offering the same bright, shiny material distractions that started the day. This timeline shows the stranger's attempt at comfort, carrying the child backward through the exact same sequence of attractions. He takes the boy to the roundabout and the balloon seller, but the child refuses to even look at them. Hoping for a calmer distraction, the stranger takes him to the snake charmer, suggesting he listen to the music floating through the air. Earlier, this music had the boy completely hypnotized. Now, he violently clamps his hands over his ears, shutting out the sound completely. Finally, the man carries him to the sweet shop and offers to buy him the Burfie. The boy simply pushes it away. The items themselves haven't changed, but the boy's internal world has. He is now actively rejecting the very objects he was desperate to possess just moments ago. Psychologically, the child's parents provided an anchor, a constant sense of safety that allowed him to value the world around him. His parents' presence provided the security that made those toys worth wanting in the first place. Without that anchor holding him to the ground, the attractions of the fair lose their structural value. A balloon is only a treasure if you are safe enough to play with it. This same shift occurs in our adult lives. We chase status symbols and new possessions, often forgetting that their value is pinned to the stability of our relationships. Ultimately, the things we chase are only as valuable as the connection and security we have waiting for us when the fair is over.